All right, Nathan, what are we doing today?
All right, it is the biggest week of the year. We are heading to South Australia. The car is packed, ready to go. Our trailer is looking spiffy this year.
I know, you've labelled it all up, it looks great.
Yeah, it's all labelled up. We're ready to do the 6-hour drive to South Australia to actually start the event at the Bend. So tomorrow is Scrutineering day, so we're driving up day before, get some accommodation, get our feet level, you know, on the ground in South Australia, and then do a big check over on the car.
Yep.
Because I mean, it's a 6-hour drive. It's actually quite a decent drive. I mean, there's people that are driving further. Yeah. And honestly, credit to those blokes. I think I've seen people traveling, you know, like 3,000 k's or something like that. There's some big travelers. But we're ready to go. We're about to leave the factory. Yep. Michael's going to do the first part of the drive, so I can have a snooze. Yeah.
And we're going to go from there. We're going to stop in Ballarat to get some E85 on the way.
Yeah. Fill up our jerrys.
You want to say where we started the day?
Oh, so Andrew at Outrageous Detailing, as you all know, he's detailed all of our cars. He had his own little open day, so we thought we would head down there and check it out before we headed off to South Australia. And yeah, it's going to be a good week. I'm just excited. I want to hit the road.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Michael, how are we going?
So far, touch wood, we're doing really well. We're about, I think, just past Imbula, which is like, I think, a half-hour out from Horsham. We really haven't filmed anything at all because we just got in a good pace and we just kept cruising. So we've done probably about 3.5 hours non-stop. And we're here. We did stop at Ballarat to fill up the E85 cans, so they're filled up, ready to go. We got 3 cans with us, filled with them, so that should last us. We reckon probably should last us the whole trip. We are running 98 at the minute, and so far the car is running absolutely perfect. It's purring along. The lockup is working in the torque converter, so we're able to lock it up in top gear. Gear temps at like 50 degrees, engine temps at 92, and it's just cruising at 1800 RPM. So really, we're doing really well. Just having a little bit of a break. We're going to swap drivers and keep on cruising, I reckon. But so far, it's going well. I'm very, very happy. The VY apparently is probably about an hour behind us, we reckon. Yeah. They left a bit later than us. And yeah, I reckon they're probably an hour behind us, so we'll catch them when we get to tonight's accommodation, which is the Big 4 across from
the Bend.
So, yeah.
We've got the old typical half moon leak on the rocker cover.
That's how we know we got oil in it, because it's the only oil leak we have anymore. We're very happy so far. We're not there yet, but we've gone further than we ever have gone before.
That's true.
The new setup.
Yes.
Oh, we also, interesting fact, we stopped at a weigh bridge on the way over as well too, and we weighed it. So the car comes in a 1.9 ton with a trailer on it, but that's the car weighing these axles. The trailer came in at 420 kilos. So we're pretty happy because I reckon that's a lot lighter than what our trailer used to be. Even towing it now, the trailer feels a lot lighter than the old one.
I reckon it is.
These flyers are really
they're really up there, aren't they?
Shall we keep moving?
I think we shall.
Otherwise that VY is going to catch us.
Yeah, we can't let him catch us.
No. Alright, let's keep moving.
Yeah, let's do it. Distractions day.
Well, it is morning of day 1, Scrutineering day.
Yeah. We're not doing this the whole time either.
We're not doing this the whole time. This is just the first couple of days.
The first couple of days because we're being tight asses the first couple of days.
And the VY is here.
Yeah.
And is already receiving some maintenance.
He's already got the sticky boys on.
He's already got the sticky boys on. He's excited. Except he's not going anywhere because he's broken a spark plug. So the VY has a few issues that we need to fix, apparently. So they drove in yesterday, probably only about an hour behind us, which is pretty good time actually. We went too far apart. They reckon that there's an issue under load or under boost that it's breaking down and they're losing power. We don't know what it is, we haven't seen yet, and they reckon they can hear a turbo flutter. Like an exhaust flutter of some description. When they drove in, they asked, how low is the exhaust sitting? Because you know how much Daniel loves his low. And when I looked at the exhaust when they're both sitting in it, it was literally 20 mil off the ground. So every bump, they've collected every bump on the way from Melbourne to Adelaide. So you can thank them for smoothing the road off for everyone following behind them. But we reckon the exhaust has taken a fair few hits, and maybe it's maybe ripped it somewhere, or put a hole in it, or pulled apart a gasket or some sort of flange, because something mustn't be right. So we've got to look into that today, figure out what's going on with that. What else do we need to do? Oh, they raised it. Daniel just raised it up as well too, because yeah, obviously it ain't going to work when it's this far off the ground. So they've got work to do. We're good, we think, but we're not going to be too cocky. We're going to get changed, we'll give them a hand, figure out what's going on, get our bearings and head to Scrutineering, because today is Scrutineering day. There's a morning rush, so you can see already there's a morning rush, so we might just give it a half hour, maybe get some breakfast, and head in ourselves after that. But I'm really keen to check out this truck.
Yeah, I am too. I want to get in there.
It looks
I want to
amazing.
see the cars rolling through and that.
Alright, well we're here at Scrutineering. The line is massive, so we got a little bit of time to kill, but I reckon what we need to do
Is go and check out the bend.
have a look at it. You want to walk in there?
It's a bit intimidating, to be
I
honest.
know, it's a bit. Hey, I'm glad I'm not racing, you're the one racing. We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto. It's unbelievable. All I think of is this is $1 million facility, and our two shit boxes are going to be sitting on that tomorrow. Oh well, this will be where it all happens tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'm excited.
Alright, I'm going to go walk the pits.
Yeah,
Seems like you're going to be here for a while, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Alright, well, we have gone through Scrutineering. We are both ticked off, we are ready to go. We have our stickers. That one's on, we still need to put Nathan's one on yet. But all went well. The VY, we think we fixed it. We reckon what it was a dud coil. So while we were waiting in the line, we were testing each coil to see which one was an issue. We found one on cylinder 5, I think it was. Might have dropped the coil. We reckon what's happened is we had the coil covers on it, and we reckon on the way up that it's probably just gotten too hot underneath those coil covers and it's cooked the coils. We've killed one, so we've pulled the coil covers off. We'll run it without it for this event, and we've swapped out that coil, and now seems to be fine. Take it for a drive this afternoon and make sure it's all good. But before we had a miss when it was idling, now it's all good. So we're just going to say it's fixed and hope for the best. What are we doing, Nathan?
Changing the wheels again.
So we're going to prep the car now for tomorrow. Get it all ready, have it all basically ready to go, so it's race ready. So that means changing wheels and changing fuel. How's car coming? So one thing we should probably talk about as well that we have changed this year is we're running a bigger tyre. Nathan's gone for a Sestino 275 to help with a little bit more grip, and so far it seems to be working really well. This is the tyre that Nathan ran his 11.2 on at Calder on a no prep day. So we reckon there's more in this car. We're hoping we could get at least an 11.1, but honestly I think if we ran a consistent 11.2, 11.3 this whole weekend, I'd be pretty stoked.
Yeah.
This is our secret weapon, this, I reckon, because it makes dumping the fuel in this thing so easy. So if you haven't seen this before, this is the setup that we did for MotorX, how long? 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
2 years ago now?
Ages.
And the beauty of it is, we can dump our fuel as easy as pushing a button. That should start dumping fuel. Yep. Now we wait until we run out of fuel. Because we can dump our cell, we can dump our surge just by hooking into these dry brakes here. We don't get any fuel in the boot itself. We'll put our E85 in. Oh, and you said it was going to be slow.
Boring fast, I reckon.
Alright, now we've got that hooked up. Now what we need to do is need a private surge pump. Because obviously we just filled that and this was empty. This will never fill up because it's always sending fuel there and it won't fill up in time. That's something I learned at the skid factory. So there it is, it just felt to go warm. So I'll wait for this to get warm so I know that this is basically full and it goes through the overflow and back into our tank and we know we're good. So turn that off. Now we can turn the car on, see what fuel level we're at, and if we're happy, job done.
Sounds good.
So we've got 20% fuel just from that 10 litres, and you can see our ethanol content is starting to rise. And if we get up to about 80%, we're usually pretty happy there. Righto. E85 last I just checked was at 75%, so we're doing really well. I reckon that'll get to 80 by the time we drive around a bit.
Climbing.
That's pretty much our process done. The only thing that we'd normally do is take off the sunrise, but we want to take a photo with it before we do that. So yeah. That's our process, and we're pretty happy with it so far. We've sort of got it down packed this year.
Yeah, we know our process. So we're doing really well, ready to go. It's a good time to just sit down, have a drink, you know.
Yeah,
I hate to be under a car right now.
Yeah, I know. What else would you rather be doing right now?
Should probably go see what they're doing.
Alright, well that wraps up today's efforts. We're scrutineered, we're all ticked off. Both cars seem to be running mint. I've come out to get a photo in front of the sign because how often do you get to do that here at the Bend? This is an incredible place and I cannot wait to see what it brings tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't wait to see tomorrow. I can't wait to see the end of tomorrow.
Yeah.
as well, but I cannot wait to be racing on that track. They're prepping it tonight.
Yeah, they're going hard at it right now, so tomorrow should look pretty awesome. There's been a few late arrivals as well too.
It's going to be a good day tomorrow.
Big day tomorrow. See you then. Alright Nathan, what are we doing?
Alright, we're day one drag challenge. Got up nice and early. We got here, we got set up. We're waiting in line. We're probably going to be like a 1, 2 and done because it's going to be hot today. Yeah, it's going to be a big day. But no, we're very excited. Both cars are ready to go. I don't know if Daniel's shitting his pants or...
Well, I walked up to the start track before I started talking to the boys and they go straight away, they go, so you're going to be the first ones to blow a diff on this track or what? I'm like, you don't want to be the first guy to oil down the track here. I was like, oh, thanks.
This track. Depends on how he drives. That's all down to driver.
That's what I said to everyone. It's not about the car anymore. It's about the driver.
About the driver. So
and his clutch.
And his clutch.
How he lets
everyone has asked me. They're like, "How's your gig going?" I'm like, "Depends how he drives it."
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how we go. But nah, should be a good day. Cracking weather.
Yeah. Sounds like getting into it.
All right, let's finally go racing.
Let's go racing. Even let's go racing. How are we feeling?
The nerves are now starting to kick back in. Now we're in line, but
what are we doing?
We're talking about launching.
Yeah. So what's our plan?
Not break axles at this stage, but no, we'll take it easy.
Soft launch.
Yeah, probably like a 2.5 RPM, 2,500 RPM. We'll see.
Yeah.
So fun to get down the line.
Especially for your first one.
Breaking up on the big end, so it pretty much just went bloop, bloop, out the end of the track. Don't know why.
11-1.
You're running dead, baby.
Thanks, mate. Broke down at the end as well. Good. Good. 11-1. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Hello, Mr. Rabbit.
I think that's even worse than what it was.
It's a groupie track.
Yeah.
How we go, Josh?
Wait, Nathan's running 10s today. I
Nathan,
reckon.
nah, he won't run at 10, but
11.1 PB. That's
no, but it's
pretty-
11.19, so we're on the high end.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. I think once Daniel gets his launch down, we'll be able to get a better time. But
Yeah.
it's pretty grippy out there, and she was a bit hoppy.
she was very hoppy out there.
Jeez.
Nathan's, that's probably the best run I've ever seen Nathan do,
Yeah, that's
and that
a
was
big
straight
upgrade.
out of the back.
Day one, first run, gotta be happy with that.
Oh yeah. 11.19.
And you know what? I didn't even do a full track. Did you hear it go bloop, bloop at the end of the track?
I don't know, really.
Coolant temp again.
Oh really?
Running the water cooling through the turbo just heats up the coolant, and then it throws out the Haltech.
Yeah, right.
I think we need to up the coolant temp warning.
So 11.12.
15 mile an hour.
Yeah, because it went plop, 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 it's died.
Yeah.
That was on a 10. That was going 10s.
Damn it!
So 115 because your speed trap is the last
Yeah.
before the end of the thing. So you drop.
This is done 123 mile an hour.
Yeah, so if you had been doing 123, 130 mile an hour, it would have been in the 10.
Alright, let me get in the Haltech.
That track was way stickier than I thought.
Yeah, it's grippy.
First gear was terrible, like as soon as I launched it hopped real bad. Second gear hopped even worse, so I had to literally back off and get into it again, and I think if I'm going to do it again, I'm going to have to just soft launch and just
I think it's going to be soft launch and just power in.
yeah. Oh, that was bad. Oh well.
So Nathan just ran his PB of
11.12.
11.12 at a pretty low mile per hour.
115 mile an hour.
So we've been doing a little bit of talking to a few other guys here, and we're realizing what's happening at the top of the track is he's saying it's dying in the arse. It just coughs and splutters and it dies and comes back on. So we jumped on the computer and I thought, oh, I'll have a look. I'll be a tuning. I thought I'll log on the computer and see what I look at. I don't know what I'm looking at, except I did find in engine protection, we are rev limited to 5,000 RPM. And we have a feeling that could be our problem. So right now, we've called our tuner Jake to say, hey, can we turn this up? And maybe, hopefully, we can turn it up a little bit. We might get across the line without it dying. So we're just waiting for the call now. We're not going to do anything until he gets back to us at all. Like type in another 500 RPM and see how we go. Nathan's eager at the bit because if it did an 11.1 just then,
we're knocking on 10's door.
if we can do an 11.1 there, we reckon seats come out, passenger seat come out. Maybe by the end of this week we'll
be getting a 1089.
10, and maybe we're going to give this button here a little bit of a go. A couple more boosts, but we've spoken to Jake. He's given us the okay. He's also told me to play with the coolant temp corrections. We realise what the issue is now. It's definitely running out of RPM, but it's going into engine protection mode. The reason why is because this thing's getting hot. We say this thing always gets hot at the end of the track, about 120 degrees. We realise it's not the engine getting hot. It's actually from our turbo feed line, or the turbo return line for the water line. It goes in right next to our engine coolant temp sensor. So the engine's reading the coolant temperature coming from the turbo, which is really, really hot, freaks out, thinks 120, engine protection comes in, limits our RPM to 5,000 RPM. We can't do anything about that plumbing at the minute. It was an oversight. We've never even thought about that could be an issue. But what we can do is we've played with the ECU a little bit to tell it, don't freak out when you see 120 degrees. Because what happens is as soon as Nathan turns off the strip and comes down the return run, engine's back to 90 degrees. Which means that water has gone through, it's gone past thermostat, gone past sensor. So our block is not that hot. So we're not too worried about it. We know that it's got good cooling. We're dodging it a little bit to make it work so the engine thinks it's cool the whole time and it's not going to play with it. Play with the ignition time or anything. Now we're going to go for it. Now we're ready to send it and see if we can crack the 10 mark.
Let's do it.
Yeah! I didn't think we were going to see a 10 till the last day. I thought we were going to have to strip the interior. It looked solid though, it took off, it hooked, it shifted, even down the end of the track you could hear it, it sounded good. We did it, well done! Oh, yes! Oh, well done, Rad. We did it. The car was strong. It looked perfect, everything was perfect. The shifting, everything sounded corral.
I told you 10 seconds, baby.
Oh, it launched like it was on rails, man. It stuck so well.
That launch was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect the whole run. Oh my god.
Let's pack it up, we're getting out of it.
Got a 1080 in it, boys. It's got a 1080.
Well done. Well done. You did it.
Well
Full
done,
trim and
Natalie.
everything.
Oh, I'm excited. 1080s?
Let's pack up. Well, in case you can't tell, we're pretty happy with that. We're going to pack up now, hit the road and keep moving. Head to Mildura, get some lunch, but Daniel's got a bit of scrubbed out tyres, so we're going to see if we can repair that on the way as well too. So if we got a tyre shop that can fit us in. Alright, so sit rep. Had to stop at the tyre shop here because this is Daniel's tyre. Remember how he came in real low? Well, this is what happens when you come in real low on 20s. Don't do low, kids. Don't do low. We couldn't get any tyres with this. Now we have some cheese colours on the back of that. So now that looks proper. Proper burnout specs.
All right, we're ready to go summer nats. We've got a 6-hour drive to Canberra.
Question, how much on 0 to I wish I had a trailer do you wish you had a trailer right now?
Yeah, when you sit there playing games, your mum said it won't pay off. Tetris.
All right, let's go. Alright, where are we at?
First photo stop. 5 hours later.
We should have been here about 3 hours ago. Isn't that right, Daniel?
Would have been.
But, on a side note, how much does Daniel look like he's ready to go to Mexico right now? So what do we got? A 3-hour journey left, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah. Alright, time to keep moving.
Let's do it.
So we're cruising along while Nathan was sneezing about 100 times because of his hay fever playing up. That's why I'm doing the talking right now. We're cruising along and we see a sign that says free water and sausages for drag jump competitors. So here we are. Grabbed ourselves a sausage and we're chilling out inside the road with a bunch of everyone else. And we're about an hour and a half out of Mildura now, so we're cruising. Car's going well. What more can we say? This is awesome, seeing something like this, like the locals getting involved with the event. It's just, yeah. How good is that? Free sausages and waters for everyone involved. But they did mention that they weren't expecting to see 170 competitors come through, but you know, this is the beauty of Drag Challenge. This is what makes Drag Challenge special, I reckon. So. Well, that wraps up day one of Drag Challenge 2023. We've made it to Mildura, we're here, so that's awesome. Car's made it. Big drive today, went for a little bit longer than we should have been, to be honest. We left at 1:30 and we arrived a lot later than we should have. Yeah, more on that in a minute. But it was a good drive, it was awesome. Good scenery, it was actually pretty easy to be honest, like the actual drive itself, and the stop was awesome. It was really awesome to stop by, and also those really kind folks that were putting on a barbecue and water for anyone participating in the event. The last couple of days have just been unreal, to be honest. I think Nathan and I were talking about before, like, we've had a huge couple of days, like starting off in the Bend. The Bend is an incredible facility, cannot wait to get back there. Looking very much forward to heading to the Sunset Strip tomorrow. That's going to be awesome as well too, but it's been good fun, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been good.
And we're pretty stoked with how the Fairlane has performed all in all. That's exceeded expectations. We did not expect to be hitting a 10.9 anytime soon. Not in full trim anyway. But
I knew I had it in it. I didn't know it had it in on day one.
Yeah, exactly right. So like, that's awesome. Like, you can only hopefully go up from here, or down in the numbers.
Down.
Yeah, down in the numbers. It'll probably go up.
Up in mile an hour.
Up in mile an hour, but you know that we've been chasing 10s for a long time now, and we probably weren't really expecting it to see it in this exact trim. So we're pretty stoked. VY is going alright. You know, we're just trying to get it through the event because realistically it was never really set up for the Drag Challenge. Daniel wasn't really intending on coming for a long time, and then at the very last minute says, yeah, I'm coming. So I just sort of said, okay, let's just take it then. It's been a hell of a journey so far. We still have 4 days of racing left.
Yeah.
And when you say it like that, it sounds very full on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But what else would you want to be doing? So before we say goodbye, you might notice outside is dark. We should have been here during daylight hours. And the reason why we weren't here during daylight hours is because of this.
I might have
made a mistake.
Day one. I feel like a mum and dad. So how's the holiday so far?
So, more on that in next week's episode of exactly what happened and how we got around it, because we haven't actually got around it just yet. We haven't fixed the problem. We won't know ourselves until tomorrow whether we're going to fix this thing or not. But you're going to have to wait until next week's episode to find out whether we did or we didn't. So, on that bombshell. See you in the next episode.
I got nothing to pan to.
How you feeling? You nervous seeing that?
I'm more excited than nervous. Like it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
Look how much room there is to shit your pants.
I know. I'm a big fan of that.
I think it's better than our... Oh, we got to use our katana fan.
Are you sitting here idling because you got the aircon on?
Absolutely.
Oh god. You are turning it off when you're racing, yes?
I need all the help I can get.
We're waiting on Daniel, my brother, in the VY because he needs a set of tyres for the rear. Because we've got another 330 kilometre journey to do today, we kind of want to fix that before we go any further. So we're looking at the moment for a set of stockies, but that's proving harder to find than we'd like here. But so now we're just waiting.
Yep. This is karma for having AC.
Yeah, so yeah,
The pub is directly across from us 50 metres away.
which we're very much looking forward to eventually.
Staring at
So
Daniel's coming up.
now we find out what's going on. Hello, Daniel.
So he said it's gonna be about an hour wait. He's gonna go to the pub for an hour.
There's a pub up here that we're going to go to the riverside, yeah. You will have to walk because our boot is full.
It's our fuel money, not your fuel money.
Drake Charles fuel money.
Oh, that's
I like how there's even coins in here.
On a
Alright, well,
budget.
we ain't got room for you in our car, so we'll see you at the pub. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Hey, Daniel, how's that AC going?